Stop trying to automate everything. Y Combinator says you should be a manual laborer first. My name is Arjun, CEO and founder of Doola, a Y Combinator-backed startup. In this video series, I will break down 22 Y Combinator rules that all startups should master. I'm going to go in depth into each essential Y Combinator rule, so stick around because you don't want to miss this next one. We often think startups equal software and scale, but in the beginning, humans are faster than code, and it takes a ton of manual effort to get a startup off the ground. They don't take off by themselves. At Doola, our first 100 customers got me. Literally, they got my actual WhatsApp number. I chatted with them on intercom. I even bought this stand on my phone so I could prop it up. When I was cooking, when I was playing Sellers of Catan with my friends, it didn't matter. Customers were going to get me. I called the IRS if there were delays. I manually filled out EINs and sent them to the IRS. I personally, from my actual inbox, drafted emails with a Google Drive folder saying, hey, here are your documents. And it was exhausting. But because I did it manually, I learned exactly what we need to build. And that's the takeaway here. The manual work is actually the product roadmap. And behind any business, there was really hard manual work that was done up front, which wasn't wasted. I'm going to give you two analogies here to really bring this home. When you start a business, you need to be using duct tape, not steel. It is completely okay if behind the scenes, things are held together by duct tape, because duct tape is incredibly powerful. If you have things held together by steel, that inherently means that you spent a lot of time building the right pipes, making them shiny, welding them together, which just takes longer. That doesn't mean you should put crap out there. You have to have a minimum valuable product, not just a minimum viable product. But think duct tape, not steel. Your initial product is going to be duct tape, and a lot of that duct tape is you rolling up your sleeves. And I'll add one more thing here. What I didn't realize at the time, but I realize now, is that you doing things that don't scale is actually a superpower. A customer that was coming to Doola was getting direct interaction with the CEO. You think our competitors were doing that? No. They would send you to some random chatbot where you might get an answer if you're lucky in a few weeks. At Doola, they had a direct line of communication with me. That is how you win business up front. They had my personal number. They had access to me. That is what wins business. That is doing things that don't scale. Think of this like the dirt path. Before you build your perfect concrete sidewalk with nice plants on the side, you can actually watch where people are walking on the grass. And that worn down path shows you where the road should go. Versus you spending the time paving out the road, you can first see where people are walking, do the walking first, and then pave the road or build the software later. That is rule number 3. To see the full set of 22 rules that make up the Y Combinator Pocket Guide, watch this video next.